Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lainey, and it's time for the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 6, and I could not be more excited. I saw that it's 51 minutes long. We're really gonna get a lot out of this episode, I feel like. The last episode was amazing. I knew it was gonna get better toward the end. I really hope that this episode wraps everything up. I don't really want any loose ends. I'm really hoping, just personally, I would like them to keep it as a limited series because that makes it feel more special. I really don't want them to drag this out. I really have to see Qui-Gon. I mean, obviously we're gonna see Qui-Gon in this episode. We have to. They've teased it the entire time. It's gonna happen. We're gonna either see or hear Qui-Gon. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I hear his voice. So I know that we have to see the rematch of the century in this episode. I hope it's as good as they've been hyping it up to be. After seeing the lightsaber fights in the last episode and really throughout the series, I'm not expecting to be disappointed. I think that this is going to be a really good episode. Before we get started, here's the shirt check. I'll move my hair. This is my kind of like vintage A New Hope shirt. We have Sir Alec Guinness somewhere on here. Where is he? Right here. So it's kind of a Kenobi shirt when you think about it. All right, I don't want to wait any longer. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so let's just get right into it. Back on Tatooine.
You know what's left when I'm done.
Ooh. How is she alive and well? I don't understand. I mean, I understand, but whatever.
What do you need, kid?
We need a new belt for the speeder.
Certain somebody broke the last one.
Wow, there he is.
You are all the future. You are the future. You're what needs to survive.
She is.
She'll come when the suns go down. Best we got positioned now.
Aunt Beru. I love seeing the Lars homestead. Oh, I kind of wondered in the last episode when Tala showed Obi-Wan her holster if that would eventually end up being Leia's holster, so that's really cute.
We cannot prioritize one lone Jedi.
He is not just any Jedi.
The Grand Inquisitor's right, though.
Follow Kenobi.
Once, Lord Vader.
So Anakin Vader is still struggling with what we saw in the last episode of being able to see the bigger picture. He wants his revenge and victory over Obi-Wan so badly.
Prepare my ship. I will face him alone.
Here we go. It's funny that the Grand Inquisitor has his priorities in check because for those of us that watched Rebels, he has Jedi teachings because he was a temple guard. So he has those lessons still instilled in him, even though he is the Grand Inquisitor using the dark side now. How are they gonna fend off Reva? Unless she's not there to attack, but like, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Vader looks so cool. Ooh, I love the moon. That's a cool shot.
I will do what I must.
Ooh, wow. Oh, the stance. This is insane. This is so cool. Vader's stance was cool too. I like the music.
Your strength has returned, but the weakness still remains.
That makes sense.
And that is why you will always lose.
That is a sick move. That's so cool. Oh wow, he's burying him.
You have failed, Master.
Vader really doesn't stick around to make sure people are dead, does he? How is Owen sticking it to her right now? Okay, Aunt Beru. I love it. So she wants to kill Anakin's kid the way he killed all her little friends. And I'm guessing Obi-Wan's gonna talk to Qui-Gon down in that hole. Is Yoda about to show up? Okay, I'm sorry. That would be a little bit insane. His love for Leia makes him strong. That's so cute. And Luke, but you know, his purpose to protect them. Without him, they're in trouble. Nice. Okay. I think the strength is back. Wow. Oh, just like in Rebels with Ahsoka.
Anakin's gone.
His voice.
I am what remains.
Oh.
I am not your failure, Obi-Wan.
Oh, that's so cool. The voice changing.
You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
Oh, this is crazy.
Goodbye, Darth.
These shots are insane. And that's when Obi-Wan starts calling him Darth. That was crazy. Okay, I did really like that fight. I really liked it. I was hoping we'd see a Rebels type of mask half off and... Oh, but the voice, it was so good. Oh, he can feel that, can he? Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say, can she see herself in Luke right now? She brought him back.
Now you're free. We both are.
I like that line. Because now Obi-Wan's let go of his guilt of killing Anakin.
The probes are tracking every system within range.
Is that the Emperor?
Is found.
Oh, yes.
I serve only you, my master.
So is he gonna let it go? There's the Imperial March! So I guess in that moment, Vader lets it go. Oh, her hair is so cute.
And let's change things together.
I love Bail.
More cousins?
Not exactly.
Is it Obi-Wan? Aww. And Lola.
Princess Leia Organa, you are wise, discerning, kind-hearted. These are qualities that came from your mother. But you're also passionate and fearless, forthright. And these are gifts from your father. Both were exceptional people who bore an exceptional daughter.
Aww.
Goodbye. Obi-Wan.
I loved that interaction. I loved it. I loved that he told her a little bit about Anakin and Padme.
You want to meet him?
Oh, I knew it. I was gonna say, is he gonna let them meet?
Hello there.
It's crazy that he made it sound more like the way Alec Guinness said it. There he is! Shut up. Oh my gosh.
Well, took you long enough. Come on. We've got a ways to go.
Oh, is that what we're getting? I want more. What the heck? Is it too much to ask for more Qui-Gon? How insane was that episode? I think it was a perfect finale. It's kind of a little bit confusing the way that Leia still knows that he's Obi-Wan, but I was thinking about it a little bit when he was talking to her saying, we have to be careful, we can't let people know that we know each other. So I think maybe that's why when she put that message in R2, she was acting as if she didn't really have any past with him, just in case that message ended up in the wrong hands it wouldn't come back to bite her or Alderaan. So that can make sense. I can buy that. I can go along with that. And her still knowing who he is does not ruin canon for me. It doesn't feel like it's ruining the storyline. I think it's fine. I don't care. I think it's fine. I think that it's really interesting that Vader had that interaction with the Emperor, and then at that point he was like, he means nothing to me. I only serve you. Then the Imperial March comes on, and I think at that point he becomes the Vader that we know in the originals. This series wasn't only a character development for Obi-Wan, it's also a character development for Vader. So I think that is a perfect way to describe this, because there's so many parallels between them the whole time, and it's like Vader is going more toward the dark side and Obi-Wan is coming out of his own darkness that he had to fight the whole time, his fear and his guilt the whole time. I loved seeing the stark contrast between Obi-Wan in this finale, the way he was able to laugh and smile and fight for the people that he cares about, as compared to in episode 1, he wouldn't fight for innocent people. He was only keeping to himself. He was really fearful. He was still drowning in his guilt for killing Anakin. I loved that. I loved that we were able to see that. I think this show did serve a purpose. Some people are saying that this show doesn't have a point. We have no need to see this. I loved it. I think there is absolutely a purpose, because this show let us see that little transition between Vader saying that he killed Anakin, but he still is hanging on to traits of Anakin that don't allow him to become the powerful Sith that he is in the originals. So I think it's absolutely necessary for us to see that. It's absolutely necessary for us to see how Obi-Wan dealt with his guilt and fear and was able to come out of that by the time we get to A New Hope. As we saw during the duel, which was amazing, by the way, I loved it, he said at the end, "Goodbye, Darth." And at that point, he stopped believing that's his Padawan. He stopped believing that was Anakin. I think in the originals, he says he's more machine now than man, which we were able to see that because Obi-Wan punches his little chest thing that supports his life. He cuts his helmet off. His voice is going in and out. Like, he's definitely more machine than man, and that's how Obi-Wan is able to see that, and he is able to accept now that that's not Anakin, that's Darth. Yeah, I love that we were able to see that. That's another connection to A New Hope, which I love. The duel, I think, was really, really cool. We were able to see some Force abilities that we haven't really seen used too much before, at least in live action. Vader using the Force to kind of break the ground and make it crumble beneath Obi-Wan, burying him with rocks. We've seen people moving rocks all the time with the Force, but burying Obi-Wan beneath the ground, Obi-Wan holding up the rocks, pushing them off of him. I thought it was all really cool. The way that Obi-Wan was showing off his power with like the arm raised and all the rocks behind him coming up in the air, that was really, really cool. Because right before that, Vader was like, you have your strength back, but the weakness is still there. But in that moment, after he had that time underground thinking about Leia and about Luke and about his purpose, that he's not done yet, he still has to protect them, he was able to lose that weakness. I think that's where he lost his fear, because he had something to fight for. I'm a little bit disappointed that that's all we got out of Qui-Gon, because I was thinking the whole time that we were gonna have this whole montage of Qui-Gon helping Obi-Wan overcome this, but I guess the way that they decided to go with it was that Obi-Wan had to overcome this himself so that he would actually be able to communicate with Qui-Gon, which is fine. That's totally fine. It just feels like that is a little bit still up in the air. Also, Reva's story is up in the air, so I don't think we're done seeing Reva. I also don't really think we're done seeing Qui-Gon, so if there is a season 2, I'll be a little bit disappointed because they promoted this and marketed it as a limited series. It was once in a lifetime. This was gonna be it. Obi-Wan's story, one more time, the rematch of the century, which we got. I don't really want them to drag this out for a whole other season because it'll lose its specialness. I don't know what the word is, but it'll lose a little bit, you know? The season 1 won't feel as special. The series won't feel as special. I'm kind of hoping that they don't go for a season 2. Maybe they'll make a short or a few shorts of Obi-Wan communicating with Qui-Gon and getting more lessons from him, and I would love to see more interaction with them as Qui-Gon as a Force ghost and Obi-Wan still learning from him. But I just can't tell you enough how much I love seeing Obi-Wan grow throughout this series. I loved him throughout this episode. His interaction with Leia there at the end was so cute. It was amazing that he was able to tell her the traits that she got from Padme and from Anakin. And then at the end when he said they were both incredible people who bore an even more incredible child. And I love that because he still, even after facing Vader, he still believes that Anakin was that incredible person before he became Darth Vader. For the people that have watched Rebels, it's not that crazy, but wasn't it crazy just in live action hearing Vader, his voice go in between Vader and Anakin with the mask half cut off? I think that is so cool. It's so special being Hayden Christensen, being able to hear his voice go in and out with the Vader mask. It was insane. I loved it. I love that we got to see that because even though we saw it in Rebels, I love Matt Lanter. I think he's amazing. And it's special hearing his voice when he's talking to Ahsoka because they've always had that relationship. And I love that interaction in Rebels. But I think this was so much more meaningful, at least in live action, hearing Hayden's voice when dealing with his story with Obi-Wan. And I think it is really important that Obi-Wan faced him so that Anakin, Vader, was able to tell him, I'm not your failure. I killed Anakin, not you. Which is really cool. Not cool, but like, it's cool that he said that because it helped Obi-Wan in a way realize that, oh yeah, he's right. This wasn't me, so my friend is really gone and it's not my fault. I think it is cool that they had that interaction. So I'm really, really happy and I'm really satisfied with the rematch of the century. I thought it was great. It wasn't too much, but it was also really, really cool. I love seeing them fight again. Obi-Wan really did overpower Vader there in the end. So that line in A New Hope where when you left me, I was but the learner, but now I am the master, that still holds true. That is definitely true in that fight. Obi-Wan definitely was the master for that whole ending sequence after coming out from under the rocks and everything. So canon is not ruined for me. I want to say that right now. Canon's not ruined. I'm not going to tell you guys how to feel, but I don't think you should feel like canon is ruined through the show. I think it makes sense why we got it. I think it has a purpose. I don't think it ruins the originals. I think it's totally fine. I loved it. I'm not just saying that because it's new, because it's Obi-Wan, because oh, I just love whatever we get. Like, no, I've let you guys know what criticisms I had in the beginning of the show, and I'm always going to be honest with what criticisms I have with anything that I'm watching. Yeah, that's just how I feel now that we're at the end. Like I said in my halfway point video, we gotta wait until the end to be able to actually assess how the entire series is as a whole. So that's my assessment of it at the end of the show. I think it was great. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think because I love talking to you guys about it. I want to know if you're a little bit disappointed. What else did you want to see? Let me know. I really want to know. It's hard for me to do these outros at the end, like right after watching it, because I'll forget about stuff, but I always want to give you guys my initial reaction. I think it was amazing. I'll let you guys know more of my thoughts when we're discussing it in the comments, as always, which I love. I guess we should talk about Reva a little bit more. I think it was really cool seeing how she saw herself in Luke and that she wasn't able to become the thing that she hated most. She wasn't able to become Vader. I have a few quick little announcements. I know that this series is over and we have a little ways to go until Andor and The Bad Batch Season 2 come out. I want you guys to let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see. I have been telling you I have the Q&A/get to know me video coming. That should be coming later next week. I'm going on vacation. I'm actually leaving tonight. It's gonna be so much fun. It's kind of like my graduation present. Me and my sister are going on vacation to Vegas with our friends. It's gonna be so fun, but I'm not gonna be back until next Wednesday, so I won't be able to film anything until I get back. Make sure you guys go follow me on my Instagram when I'm not as active on YouTube, like when I'm not able to post as much. I will always be posting on Instagram on my stories, so make sure you go and follow at It's Lainey B, and I will keep you guys updated always on what videos I'm gonna want to post. Also, while I'm on that topic, I'm thinking about starting a Patreon. A lot of you guys have been asking, is there some way that you could support the channel? Is there some way you can donate? I think I'm ready to start a Patreon soon after I get back, so let me know what you guys think about that. If you'd be interested, please let me know. If you like this video, if you want to see more videos, more Star Wars, and more of my lifestyle videos, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, comment down below, and you won't miss a single video that I post. I will see you guys next time. Bye!